Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigvald here, and welcome back to another video. And we got done with Apokolips back, and this is a surprise because we thought that Rise of Krypton will be next because it has been data mined as so, but it wasn't. And on one hand, I'm not the happiest in the world because Dawn of Apokolips is not like the best thing for the pay to win side of things because you're going to get your beta club heavily nerfed, but at the same time, it's not Rise of Krypton, so I guess we can all agree that was a fortunate event. But yeah, back to Dawn of Apokolips, back to where it started. So first up we have a Deathstroke fight here against boss Manta. I'm in Heroic 6, quite close to finishing it on the main account. And I know I'm quite behind compared to a lot of people, but I did not play it on the main account at the start for a good period of time. I was only playing on the now secondary account. But yeah, here we have Deathstroke with Nora Snow Globe. And the most we can get out of a clone is going to be 2-second specials, sadly, because the Chaos debuff is going to tag us out regardless. So that kind of sucks. We got Deathstroke back in there, and he gets instantly killed without me having much in the way of doing things. But yeah, second special in there, and here the problem is I don't think we'll generate power soon enough to get that second special in there, and no we didn't. And that second special was registered from the other clone. But yeah, we might have actually lost some damage on Deathstroke when he got tagged back in and killed, because he might have had some juice left before he got killed by the super move. But it is what it is. So we have here Batman who laughs. We're going to have Sword of Salvation here, because I could have given him Fodder Box, and that would have yielded more damage after we were done with the percentage health damage, but at the same time I'm not 100% sure he would have survived. He most likely would have, but better safe than sorry. So Sword of Salvation is going to allow us to pretty much not have to deal with his super move at all, because we're going to constantly power steal from him. There we go. And we have him in the corner here. I'm going to do my best to transform again to check if I missed any percentage health damages, but I think I got actually all of them in the first transformation. And yeah, transforming it again, and I think all of them were out of the way. Yep, all of them were out of the way, and I'm going to speed this up because, to my surprise, I actually survived the whole fight. Like, from this point on, it was kind of pointless because we're dealing no damage compared to what we did. But surprisingly, I didn't mess up and I survived. And boy, and it's not only about this fight, because you're going to be like, oh, Sigvald, but you're fighting Manta. He's one of the easiest characters in the game to combo interrupt. I know, but you'll see in next fights that I'm going to show you that there's different characters that I'm combo interrupting without any trouble. So boy, it has been a roller coaster with combo interruption. Like, I just came recently to terms with the fact that I might suck at combo interruption. I forgot how to do it, but we're back in Dawn of Apokolips and I have absolutely no issue with it. What is going on? And every single time I fail combo interruption RSO rates, I feel like my characters are not blocking even though I'm pressing the block and I get hit, and I usually attribute that to me pressing the attack command too fast, but that is simply not the case. What's going on with the combo interruption RSO rates? Over here it's just how I used to do it. It works fine, it works perfectly. In the Advent of Chaos, it worked like crap. I don't know, my dudes. I really don't know. So here you have a fight against boss Supergirl. We're going to stun her with Harley. There's only one problem with that. She's immune to stun. It's okay, we're just going to exit the application and enter it again. So I left that little bit of a piece in there as a little bit of advice. I did mention this method in the past, but you can do it. If you realize after you have pressed fight that you have messed up the team or forgot an artifact, you can just dip out of the application and enter again, and you're going to be able to fight again as long as the health bars did not show. As long as you can literally be in the beginning animation where the characters are having a face-off, as long as it's 1 millisecond before the health bars show, you're going to be fine and you're not going to lose that pip. So yeah, with that out of the way. And yes, I mentioned this in the past, but maybe some people did not hear it back then. But so every single time I'm going to do this, I'm going to bring attention again to this, because this might help you save some pips. So here we have Raven with Dark Metal cards. I tag Raven out because since the artifact bonuses don't split, she's actually going to not be so tanky, and she's going to take a ton of damage from Dot. EPI's got an Entropy, I think, to have no trouble tanking super move, and we have level 9 Flutterbox on Last of Joker. Raven back in there. In this one, I'm not gonna combo interrupt. Like, look, in theory, there is the possibility out there for you to be able to combo interrupt with Last of Joker against Boss Supergirl. But I'm just not the right person to do it, my dudes. That thing requires inhuman reflexes. Driven back in there, special 1. And yeah, the damage of League of Anarchy is heavily nerfed as well in the soul rate, because yet again, no passive attacks from the artifacts. Like, they have the lack of synergizing very well with the Firebox, and that kind of makes up a little bit for it. Even though it's still going to be tremendously low values. Like, just keep in mind, I'm dealing 15 mil per swipe with Joker, and that's only the swipe. In our soul rates with the artifact bonuses, I would deal that much damage on every single hit, and yeah, quite sad on that regard. But at the same time, this team is going to, generally speaking, be still able to one-shot anything that you might be facing. And this is kind of the a decent example for it. Like, she doesn't have the max amount of health they can have, but yet again, my Firebox is level 9 and my Last of Joker is not really maxed out. Like, I don't know to what extent I can say that my Last of Joker is not such a good build, guys, because at this point I got all epic talents, my dudes. I got all the rolls I want on the gears. The only thing that I'm missing is the lethal attack damage talent, because I just can't find time to play Arena to get more of those tokens. But at the same time, that kind of invalidates a huge part of my build, because I do have lethal attack chance on him, and I was kind of relying on the future prospect of getting that lethal attack damage talent. So yeah, let's just say there's slightly better Jokers out there who are going to do more. But this fight went well enough for the most part, and also if you're able to combo interrupt the fight, you're going to do far more, because when you do that special 2, even though it's far more convenient, and I do appreciate the convenience of it, it's going to be less damage, because in that time frame in which you do the animation, you're going to be able to get like 3 more hits in, or something like that. So yeah, this is not the peak performance of League of Anarchy. Also, my Raven is only 5 stars, so that's something to keep in mind. As far as I remember, her passive goes all the way to 6 stars. But yeah, that's about it. That's as far as it went. Pretty happy with the performance, and she's in the sweet spot of getting one-shot by any team. I think I'll use Batman Catwoman maybe. Okay, so here are on the secondary counts. We're going to fight boss EPI over here. And in this one we're also in Heroic 6, but this is the tier 1 of Heroic 6, so the very beginning of it. Like, this account had a huge head start on the other account, because I played for done Apokolips for like 2 months on this account before switching to also playing on my main. So, but still it fell a little bit behind, because we have far more resources on the main account. But yeah, level 8 Firebox on this one. And while I did spend some cash on the secondary account as well, it was mainly for Ice Krypton artifacts at some point. And most of the materials that I got for the Firebox was from the artifact chest back in the day, when there was an artifact chest with artifacts actually dropping from it. I mean, my purpose was to get entropy, but I didn't get it, but at least we got materials. And over here, another example. There we go. We have no problem combo interrupting. It works just fine, it works just as intended, just as I remembered it, my dudes. This is working perfectly. Why? Why is this so different in the other soul rates, or some of the other soul rates? Why is this working properly in Dawn of Apokolips? So I did a third special there with Raven to make the tag in timer longer, because I wanted to tag EPI in there to tank the super move, but at the same time I need to reset Darkness with Raven, so I kind of got the best out of both worlds. And yeah, the Raven on this account is going to be with no gears, but honestly, as you'll see in a second, in the next fight, I think Raven would have literally survived super move, because she's got like 3 rare defense talents. She doesn't have any health other than her base. Oh, look, maybe it's an exaggeration, but the tier 1 bosses do absolutely no damage, my dude, and that's going to be quite an annoying factor later on. And look, I know it's tier 1 bosses, I know they're supposed to hold your hand and tell you how to play the game, but this is Heroic 6, my dude. By this point, I kinda know how to play the game, or at the least I should. Yeah, that's about it for this fight. It was just enough to finish it. That's as far as it goes. That's as far as they were interested. So here we have boss Black Canary, and she's got a problem with her hair, my dudes. Like, this is to an extent, the worst visual bug. Like, not the worst bug by any means. Like, boy, we did have some. And we still got, to an extent, some that come nowhere close to this. But this is the kind of the first time, actually, you know what competes with the visual bug on Boss Black Canary's hair? The visual bug with the cursed Last of Joker, when you transition while in final form in Champions Arena, where he would look all weird and spooky. Nah, that's the biggest visual bug, but it's something that's quite rare, you don't encounter too often. And I think it's since the last update, because people pointed out when they saw her in other soul raids too. But yeah, we did 2 third specials, now the third one, there we go. Now we need to get the clone summit. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem, because as I said, she deals no damage. We're going to get Red Hood in there for the super move, there we go. Block that, Confluent Suckman back in there. And yeah, there we go. Oh boy, come on, you can do it. Like, look, I've had worse scenarios. I've had enemy bosses that had a far harder time killing me than this. Like, by comparison, this is actually quite fast, just keeping up the pace real nicely compared to some other experience I had with Deathstroke. So yeah, this took long enough, but at least you can watch it on fast forward, my dudes. You have that luxury. I didn't, I had to play it on normal speed. Third special in there, re-engage the combo. Combo interrupt. And yeah, over here with the clones, if I fail to combo interrupt, I'm gonna die. Considering how much damage it deals, actually, I don't think I'm gonna die, but for the sake of the argument, look! I'm combo interrupting without any problem, I'm not even trying, I'm not... Like, in our soul raids, I would be extra concentrated to pull off, like, 70% accuracy combo interruption. Here, I just chill. It's something that I'm used to, it's something that I've done a lot of times. It's how combo interruption should go, but for some reason it goes differently on our soul raids. I don't know why. But yeah, first clone getting the peak performance, I think. I forgot to count again, like during the fight after I tagged out the first clone, I was like, did I really do 3 of them? And so over here I forgot to count again, but it doesn't matter overall, because if I stayed, regardless of if I did all the 3 of them or only 2 of them, I wouldn't have had enough time to get all of them with this clone if I stayed more with that clone, so I guess it's irrelevant. So the second one in there, and boy, we're here for the long run, because those are the 30 seconds that Red Hood is providing us, and while Red Hood is generous enough to provide us with some time, he just can't spare the power generation as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a slugfest here, and I combo interrupted quite a few times, my dudes, without any problems. And there we go, all my work has been rewarded. Jump attack into a last third special, and that's going to be it for this fight. There we go, that's actually perfect results from Confluent's Aquaman. For this fight at the very least. Okay, so here we have a sped up Batmanja team. I thought that this team would be heavily nerfed because of no Dark Metal cards, because yet again, there's no point in me using Dark Metal cards on them because I get no passive stats from any artifact. But I do have a level 8 Firebox, which provides me with a lot of attack and at the same time provides me with more damage on a swipe right. And alongside League of Anarchy, Batman Ninja team is one of the teams that takes the most benefit out of this, because they do lethals and stuff, they do crits and stuff on that swipe, so they get some crazy values when they do the swipes. So yeah, with that being said, let me know in the comments what are your thoughts on that Apokolips. I overall like the soul raid far more than the average person would like it, but I'm starting myself to grow frustrated with the artifact bonuses not splitting, because this is not only for the pay-to-win side of things. As free-to-play you can't use your Dark Metal cards, or you're going to have a far weaker performance out of them. So yeah, let me know in the comments what are your thoughts on Dawn of Apokolips. Would they drastically change if they made the artifact bonuses split? And so, having said, like, why don't they split though? They went back to it on ISO raids, and because of backlash they made them split. Just go back and do it for Dawn of Apokolips as well, my dudes. Well, why not? What's the matter? But yeah, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Maybe subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Goodbye!